I started G&D Furniture in 2018, and the plan from the beginning was to make good quality furniture, which we are doing up to today.
Naomi is one of Uganda's young creative entrepreneurs with a passion to transform the culture of furniture and interior design in Uganda. This is her story.
My name is Naomi Elizabeth Kayonjo, and I'm married to Mr. Kenneth Kayonjo, and God blessed us with two lovely children. I have David and I have Anna. And the reason why I'm here today is because of my passion of being a carpenter. I was in the formal sector working for one company, and then I was working there as an accountant. But being a creative person, I always easily got bored because, you know, when you're creative, you always want to explore, you want to do new things, you want to be challenged. So I was in this place, and then of course it got a bit crowded for me, and I felt like I needed to explore what I really wanted to do. So just one evening, I had a bad day at work, and that day I went back home and sat and really thought about what I wanted to do with myself. So as I was praying and then thinking, what do I really want? What is my passion? I remembered when I was a little girl, and I remember my mother asking me what I wanted to be when I grew up. And I mentioned that I wanted to be a pimp. Then she asked, what's the meaning of a pimp by then? And then I told her that I want to make things look beautiful. Like if something is looking bad, I want to make it look beautiful. So when I remembered this during that moment of thinking and interceding, I was like, yeah, but I really like making things look better. So I think I can actually do this. But then I was thinking, how can I make things look better? So by then, the pallet trend, the pallet chair and bed trends had just come out. So I saw it, and it really made me happy. I was like, wow, I need to maybe go into furniture and see how I can bring my arts into furniture. So I remember I left that job and moved back home. And when I got back home, the first thing I did the next week was go straight to the carpentry workshop at church and started learning with my hands. So many people were wondering, how come you're a young girl and you're doing carpentry work? It's for men. But to me, I didn't want to start something that I had no idea about. So that's why I had to go in to learn and then start the business. So the first bed I actually sold, I made it with my own hands. So that's where the passion came. And from then, that was in 2018, up to now, I'm still pursuing that dream of carpentry. Being that I'm a female, some of the work needs more manual labor. So since I'm not that strong like how men are, I find, of course, I have to work with men, you get. So I found a difficult issue with most carpenters. Being that I'm a female, most of them feel like they can intimidate me, you know. Then theft, then they steal from you, then they try to lie to you about certain things. So that has been one of the biggest challenges. The fact that these men look down on you, thinking you're just a woman, what do you know, you get. But yeah, that has been one of the challenges. And of course, most people are not faithful. Most of those carpenters, they're not faithful. They just want to get more money of products or of the things that we make, other than first making something good, and then, you know, so that you can make the client happy, and then think about what your reward is at the end. So that's one of the biggest things. Most people are in for this carpentry work for their own selfish reasons, and not because they have passion for their job. Yeah. When I decided to pursue carpentry, I would get pictures, inspirations off the internet, and then I would post them on like my social media platforms to make people know that I'm actually into carpentry. So I used to post almost every day pictures of pallet beds. By then the pallet train had just come into Uganda, and Ugandans really jump quickly on every train. So I posted the pallet bed, and my first client was actually my brother, Andrew. So he reached out, he's like, hey, by the way, I need a new bed. And since by the time he asked for the bed, I was still in the workshop trying to learn. So I used that as my learning experience. So I made that bed from scratch with my hands, with the help, of course, of someone, but I made it from scratch. So that was my first customer. It was Andrew, and I made his bed. It was a 5x6 pallet bed, and sprayed and everything. People looked at me like as if I was a joker, but somehow I managed and delivered the bed, and it's been, he still actually has the bed up to date, and that's a good 6-7 years, and he still has the bed from 2018, because I made the bed in 2018, and he's still sleeping on that same bed right now. So he was actually asking me if I could make him a new bed, because the pallet trend is off the market now. So, yes. So, I do have employees. I have some men who work for me. And of course, I have in each sector, like woodworks, in carpentry, there are different sectors of work. So I do have in woodworks, I do have in sofa sets, and all those things in line with dressing and everything. And then of course, because we do metalworks as well. So I do have men who I've been working with, and how I got to meet these people is through the years. I kept on meeting different people. I did research, and then I ended up meeting skilled personnel. Of course, I've changed once in a while because of different personalities. You cannot get someone who is 100% good. But the ones I have currently are so far my peak employees, and they've done a good job. They have supported my furniture, my G&D, and they have good skills in carpentry. They do good work, and they're very attentive to details. So it was research and a lot of research that I ended up meeting these people. You know, the more you walk in line with something, the more you give yourself to something, you end up meeting people in the same line as you, who are passionate about the same thing that you're doing, and somehow you meet and start making things happen. So the most valuable life lesson that has really helped me in my career is persistence. Honestly, that is the biggest thing. It doesn't matter how many times you fall, you have to get up and continue. You have to continue to do the work whether you like it or not. That's the only thing that I've learned. So many times I got challenges that would want me to give up on the job. But it's because I insisted, I put pressure, I continued, I didn't give up. That's the only reason why I'm still standing today, and I still have people who trust me to do their work for them. It's because I believed in myself and I persisted with what I'm doing. So one thing that I've also been consistent with is social media. That's the truth. Social media can give you numbers, you have no idea. But how I've gained in social media is I learned that people like to see the work. You can't be doing something good and you're not showing it off. Then how will the world know that you can do something good? So I've pushed my work through social media. Every day I get up, I have to post on all my social media platforms. I'll put on WhatsApp my status, I'll put on Instagram, I'll put on TikTok, I'll put on Facebook, because people want to see. And the more you keep putting it in their face, if someone wants a bed, they will know Liz always posts beds every day on her status. She's a person I'm going to go to. So you keep on feeding it to them in their heads that they will know if I'm talking furniture, I'm talking G&D furniture. If I want furniture, Liz is the first person I'm going to think about, because I keep on putting it in their faces. So that's what has really helped me to grow. It's because I pushed my social media. I do research, I make I make sure I get all the new bed trends, all the new sofa set trends. I do things that are challenging. Most carpenters say no to those orders, but I always take them up because I know, because being a creative person, I like having an art in my furniture and not just everyday things that you pass by the roads that they're selling. Currently, no, because what I wanted to change, I already did, and that was the quality of my work. So right now, I'm at a pace where I think is good enough, that I'm making products that are that bigger brand names are failing to make. You get, so I believe I'm somewhere, and I know I'm going to get better with time. So my biggest achievement has been the trust that my clients have for me, that they still keep coming, they still keep recommending, they still trust me to do things that sometimes I'm not sure I can do myself. So that is the biggest achievement. The fact that I have people's trust, the fact that people see what I can do and they appreciate what I can do is everything, because now that's passion to me. That I'm using what I have, the art that I have, to make someone happy, to give someone a beautiful home. That is all that I could ever wish for, honestly. That's why I'm in this business. I want to shout out to my husband, first of all. He has been a big help in my business. He found my business when I was still struggling a bit to make it where it is today, and he has been advising me, he has been correcting me in certain areas, and he has been a big support system. So he has recommended clients, and then of course he has stood by me in this business. It's not easy to have a woman work as a carpenter and be with so many men every day, but he has been there, he has been patient with me. And then I want to shout out to all those people who recommend G&D Furniture. So many of you have recommended me. There's my friend Hawa. Hawa is always doing a good job to recommend me. There's Vicky, there's Winnie. There are so many people who have supported me, honestly. I can't mention all of them, but I thank everyone who has supported G&D. It's been amazing working with you guys, and I believe more and better things are going to happen. Yes. Oh, the future is bright. The future is bright. I see myself on Ginger Road street lights, with big screens showcasing my work, because I'm going to do excellent work, you guys. I'm telling you, like I dream to have a showroom, a big showroom, like on one of the biggest streets in Kampala, because I want my things to be different. That's the truth. That is what I live for. That is what I believe in. So just keep your eyes open, because G&D is going to be fire.